So first of all, I get started by washing my hands and then using the release cake bottle. Add a few drops in both cake tins and make sure you spread the drops around equally. Afterwards, what you want to do is add your caster sugar and light brown sugar in a bowl. Add your butter and use a stand mixer to mix them together. Add your eggs and then add your self-raising flour. Then mix it in the stand mixer again. Afterwards, get both cake tins and add your batter. You want to make sure that the cake tins have roughly the same amount of butter inside them. Put it in the oven for around an hour and a half. Now for the buttercream, add your butter in the mixing bowl and mix until it's light and fluffy. Once that's done, add some icing sugar and mix them both together. Use any blue food colouring of your choice. I use the baby blue one for this cake. Mix it well and put it aside for later. After an hour and a half, take the 2 cake tins out of the oven and leave it sit for around 20 to 30 minutes. Afterwards, cut the top off both cakes, then cut each cake in half to make 4 separate layers. Place it on a cake stand and use a palette knife to spread the icing on the cake. As you can see, it's a very messy process, but it's fine as you can clean up the rest of the mess later. Carry on adding more icing on the cake and smooth it up with a knife using the turntable. Spread some icing on top of the cake and leave it sit in the fridge for around 30 minutes. This is called a crumb coat and it will help seal the cake, which prevents it from drying out, and you don't want a dry cake. It also makes the icing process cleaner and easier. I made a thicker layer of buttercream icing and mixed it using the stand mixer, then used the knife to smooth it onto the cake. Keep on adding more icing to the cake. You then want to smooth the cake with an icing smoother and rinse and repeat. Keep doing this until you are happy with how the cake looks like. If there are any air bubbles, pour some hot water on your cake smoother and smooth it gently using the turntable to help you. Now for the ganache, pour some water in a pan and bring it to a boil. Add the white chocolate and mix it with double cream. With white chocolate, you always have to have a 2:1 ratio of chocolate and double cream to keep its consistency. Add your white food colouring and then put the ganache in the bottle for later. Use the rest of the buttercream and put it in a piping bag. I use the Wilton 1M piping nozzle. Once the ganache is cooled off, pour it on top of the cake and use the knife to distribute the chocolate evenly. Squeeze the ganache on the edge of the cake whilst using the turntable to help you. Get your piping bag and pipe your icing on the cake. You can then decorate the cake however you want it to, but I added some blue beads on the top. I think this is the most fun part of the cake process, as you can see how different the cake looks from when you first take it out of the oven compared to now. It's also the most creative part of baking a cake too, as there are so many things you could add to the cake. And there you have it. That's how I made my baby blue drip cake. Honestly, I enjoyed the cake. It was really tasty, especially the buttercream icing. Like, just look at my reaction after having my first bite. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow me on my Instagram for more content like this. Bye.